Welcome back to the Marble Sphere Championship. Another week means we're continuing Summer Tournament 2026. This week we are traveling to Canada with the wooden quality track for our second series of the tournament. Who's taking the win today? Pick your favorite from the quiz in the description, then stick around to find out if you're right. As the name suggests, this track features a lot of wooden elements, though we can also see that it doesn't offer too many challenging sections that might get marbles disqualified. For our first featured marble of this lap, let's check in on Sweden. Sweden gets off to a great starting position and makes the most of that opportunity to grab a top spot. Russia, sitting in 11th, is looking to challenge Sweden for that top 10 spot. But Russia drops their marble too hard at the wooden half-pipe section and allows for marbles to slip past. Even though Russia successfully overtakes Sweden shortly after, Russia now has to chase Sweden down from 14th place. We are now approaching the second vortex hole section, which could offer a good overtaking opportunity for several marbles. Let's see how Russia handles this, as all the marbles converge on this section. We are at the second series of Summer Tournament 2026, and the tournament is already heating up. If you don't want to get left behind on the latest updates, hit subscribe to stay updated on the tournament and team battles. Russia can't make the most of this section though, and their position drops once more all the way to 25th. Russia has already gotten past Cambodia, who won the previous race, but their position is still worrying. However, Vietnam, in 20th place, is still within Russia's reach. After taking the final booster, Russia is just one position away from the top 20, and that spot is being defended by Indonesia. By the end of lap 1, Russia breaks into the top 20, and there will be plenty more action to come in lap 2. Little by little, Russia is climbing back toward the top 10 and could be challenging Sweden again before long. We are holding this second series over just 3 laps. So far, no participants have been disqualified, and that's great news for every team. It seems Russia will have to put their grudge against Sweden on hold for now, as Sweden has moved up to 3rd place behind Croatia and the United States, and all 3 of those marbles have already reached the first booster. Canada, as the home country of this track, is also putting on an impressive showing, sitting in 5th place behind Portugal. The gap between the top 3 and the rest of the pack is also quite significant. We can also see South Korea just exiting the first vortex hole, while the race leader is already entering the second vortex hole. If you're lucky enough, you can use another marbles path to give you a nudge and get out of the vortex hole section quickly, but that really comes down to individual luck. There aren't any meaningful changes at the very top of the leaderboard, but a battle looks to be brewing just below the top 5, particularly involving China, Saudi Arabia, and Indonesia. Before the marbles reach the final booster, there are a few curved sections where overtakes are possible, and these spots are relatively safe to use. China is one of the marbles that gets caught out in this section, dropping from 9th all the way to 12th before reaching the final booster. Croatia has already reached the final lap, followed closely by Sweden. Croatia can afford a brief moment to breathe, as the gap between themselves and Sweden is relatively large, and they are now approaching the first vortex hole. But remember, although the vortex hole won't get any marble disqualified, spending too long inside can give nearby marbles the chance to slip past. England, who finished in the runner-up position in the previous race, has now moved up to 6th place after overtaking Ireland. As a reminder, since the previous race was our premier series of Summer Tournament 2026, England placed 2nd between Cambodia in 1st and Vietnam in 3rd. If England can finish in at least the top 10 here, they will be off to a great start in this tournament. Unfortunately, England loses 5 positions and drops to 11th place after taking the first booster. Now let's shift our focus to Saudi Arabia. In a situation similar to Russia back in lap 1, Saudi Arabia's marble drops too hard in the halfpipe section and gets overtaken by both Norway and South Africa. Saudi Arabia quickly recovers and charges into the next section at full speed, overtaking Norway again in the process. Saudi Arabia has now reached the 2nd vortex hole, and great job getting through that section so quickly. Saudi Arabia exits cleanly and holds on to 10th place. This few curved sections is the last major overtaking opportunity on this track, but Nepal and China are racing nicely and aren't giving Saudi Arabia any room to get past. However, Nepal repeatedly fails to connect with the final booster, and Saudi Arabia is quick to capitalize on that opening. It seems Sweden has already finished this track, while more marbles are joining Sweden at the finish line. Saudi Arabia grabs Nepal's position, and with that, we would like to welcome Saudi Arabia as our 9th marble to finish at the wooden quality track this week. Congratulations to all marbles that crossed the finish line. And for the marbles that were disqualified, don't worry. There is always another chance. Let's take a look at the race result. Like, share, and subscribe for more marble racing simulations.